I'm Brad with KirkLee Bikes, and I'm here to show off my newest road bike that I brought to NAHBS. So what we have here is the 3rd generation KirkLee road bike. Top tube, down tube, molded in-house. The top tube alone was around 86 grams whenever I started with it, and before I cut it down. Moving farther back, press fit 30 bottom bracket. The front triangle is very similar to my existing road bike, the 2nd generation, except all the carbon fiber joints we've been working on minimizing the amount of carbon we put in while retaining the strength, and essentially taking a look at whether or not we need certain layers running in the 90-degree fashion to each tube. So we've knocked about 25 grams off of our layup process by doing that and sped up our build times. But the real beauty in this bike is moving back. We designed, developed, cut molds, and hand lay our own rear end now. So full carbon fiber or carbon fiber seat stays, chain stays. We're using an aluminum dropout with an exit point on the side for electronic shifting. And if you can see, the inside of the drops are heavily machined, just like the outside. We tried to leave no stone overturned on this dropout. One of the reasons we're going with the aluminum right now is because when you were making all these tubes, it's faster to have a dropout that works with everything. But also, a lot of times what we see is if something goes wrong and you break a derailleur hanger, the countersunk heads on the carbon drops can sometimes crack the carbon from the outside as it receives the force. And when we put a wheel in and out of the bike, we can slam the wheel in, pull it back, and it goes right into the dropout. Where with the carbon, sometimes we get a little worried and we're more delicate with it. So on our engineering program to compare one versus the other, I think it's around a 4 to 5 gram weight penalty for the increased durability. But that's not to say we would never move to it, but right now we're so happy with how pretty these come out. We're over the top. And we use a chain ring bolt, a hex inside and out, or a Torx on the outside, hex on inside. So if you ever have to do any maintenance to it or open up the inner triangle for some reason, you should have no trouble. As moving up, these are completely independent stays. There's no monobox. So we have it designed for clearance for a 28C tire, and it just comes together very beautiful. And we also use a really nice full carbon fiber brake bridge. Overall, this rear end is saving about 30 grams off of the existing rear end that we also build with. And when you look at the shape of these stays, not only are they hourglassed, and I'll pull this down real quick. Now you can see it the way most will see it. Not only is this stay hourglassed, it's ovalized, it's taller than it is wide on both the chain stay and the seat stays. So at this point, we couldn't be happier with this bike. Total bike weight in this form is 14.06 is what I show on my scale. I think we hung it up on a scale a few minutes ago though, and it was 14.1 something. So apparently it depends on whose scale you're using, but it's real nice, and I think it'll get the job done.